niece, Dr. Yusuf Sabri. If you're still trying to figure out how to navigate your journey, that's fine. But remember these three things. Stay focused, stay ready, and stay available. When you focus, you locked in. And when you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. It's simple saying, but if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. And if you're available, when your number is called, when somebody calls you, when somebody needs you, you're available. You're not jacking off time. You're not laying around. You're not chilling. You're not locked up. You're available. Available to complete the task, available to receive the information, available to get the job, available to elevate. You're ready to elevate. You focus. All of those things matter. So if you don't know how to navigate your journey, start with those three. Staying focused, staying ready, and staying available.
Nephew, niece, Dr. Yusuf Sabri. As we are on our journey to greatness, our quest for success, remember one thing. You don't have to tear people down to come up. You do not have to tear people down for you to come up. You can come up on your own merit, off your own work. You don't have to throw people under the bus. But do understand, there will be individuals who will try to throw you under the bus. So be prepared and understand that you don't have to tear people down to come up. Nephew, niece, Dr. Yusuf Sabri. As we are on our journey to greatness, our quest for success, remember one thing. You don't have to tear people down to come up. You do not have to tear people down for you to come up. You can come up on your own merit, off your own work. You don't have to throw people under the bus. But do understand, there will be individuals who will try to throw you under the bus. So be prepared and understand that you don't have to tear people down to come up. Nephew, niece, Dr. Yusuf Sabri. Time doesn't wait for me. Time doesn't wait for you. Time doesn't wait for anybody. So how are you spending your time? Are you spending your time constructively, working on your goals, working on your plans, doing what you need to do to reach success, the success that you're trying to reach? Or are you wasting your time? Not only are you wasting your time, but you might be wasting somebody else's time. How is your time being managed? Are you setting aside the time so you can work on your projects? What are you doing with your time? Because it doesn't wait. It doesn't wait at all. It doesn't wait for me, and it doesn't wait for you.
Nephew, niece, Dr. Yusuf Sabri. Progress check. It's June 1. We made our resolutions January 1st. It's been January, February, March, April, and May. Gone. What have we done? What have we accomplished? Where are we with our goals? What are we doing? Are we checking the boxes? Are we checking some of the boxes? Are we on the right journey? Have we even started our journey? What are we doing? Progress check.
Nephew, niece, Dr. Yusuf Sabri. This story came out about maybe a week ago. Young man, Sir Spiller. I don't know who he is, never met him. Rest in peace. But he was out in the middle of the night, ended up losing his life. 16 years old, not really sure what happened. The police haven't found out anything yet, but I want you to hear the response from his grandmother, and I want you to hear her pain.
Sir Spiller, he was 16 years old, and he was shot in the head out here in the streets of Detroit. I want to say to all you young people, these streets don't love you. Be with your family and be at home. Go to school if you're a kid. These streets don't love you.
She couldn't have put it any better. The streets do not love you. The streets do not love you, nephew. The streets do not love you, niece. And the decisions that you make will not only affect you, but they will also affect your family members.
Nephew, niece, Dr. Yusuf Sabri. Don't wait until the last minute to implement education. We wait to the last minute to consider education, when education should be in our plan from the beginning. Being educated, reading, writing, researching, schooling, all those things can lead to advancement. And at the worst case scenario, you'll have the knowledge to do better, know more, to be in the know so you can advance. We always wait to the last minute. You get locked up, now we want to become avid readers. It's kind of too late for that. It's good you're reading, but it's kind of too late. You should have been reading from the beginning. We lose our job, then we want to go get that certification. We could have got that certification from the beginning. So let's implement, let's think about, let's consider, highly consider education as a weapon that can change the world, like Nelson Mandela said. Nephew, niece, Dr. Yusuf Sabri. It's hot outside, y'all. It's warm outside. It's a lot going on. And what are you going to concern yourself with? You're going to concern yourself with what they got going on over there. You're going to concern yourself with what they got going on over here. You're going to concern yourself with what he said, what she said, what she doing, what he doing. Or you're going to concern yourself with what you have going on. How you going to better yourself? What are you going to do for yourself? Because there's a lot going on. There's going to be a lot going on. But what are you going to do for yourself? What are you going to do for you? How are you going to better you? Or you just going to get caught up in the circles and distractions, and before you know it, June goes by, July goes by, August goes by, and then it starts getting cold again and you haven't done anything for yourself. So understand where the distractions are and stay focused. Nephew, niece, Dr. Yusuf Sabri, it's that time. It's that time for freshman orientation. It's that time, almost that time to move into the dorms. Everybody my nephews and nieces who attend in four-year institutions, good luck, and I wish you the best. Just make sure that degree counts, because you don't want to have to owe all that money and you can't get any money working a real job. You're going to be spending about 170, 180, 190, 200, 210 if you don't have a scholarship. So you want to make that degree work for you, whatever degree that is. Or you can go to community college, spend about 11,000, 12,000, and get 60 credits knocked out, and then transfer to that four-year institution. So you be cutting that 180 down to about 80, 90, that 200 down to about 90 just by attending community college. So it's something to consider. It's something to think about. And if you got to pay all that back, it's really something to think about. So make sure that we evaluate all our options. We consider all our options. We research all our options, and we make a smart decision. Because you don't want to have to pay $200,000 back and you can't get a job. So make sure that you evaluate everything that you have to before you step into that arena. Because once you start, you don't want to build up all that debt and then change your mind.
Nephew, niece, Dr. Yusuf Sabri. The decisions we make, the decisions we make. Now, some decisions will be tough decisions, and other decisions are no-brainers. You know not to touch the hot stove because you get burnt. You know not to do this because of that consequence. You know to do this to get this result. Just watch this video.
Take a look at this unbelievable video. We'll slow it down to show you just how bold these suspects are. The young man without a shirt goes for the uniformed Detroit police officer's gun on his right side. He gets it. Meanwhile, his accomplice in the Adidas pants pulls a gun, pointing it at the officer. There's a struggle. The officer wrestles his duty weapon, a 9mm, back from the suspect. The two run off. The officer does not shoot at them.
What you saw right there is a split-second decision that is going to change two young men's lives. That was crazy. That was crazy. And I just don't understand the purpose or the reasoning behind that decision. You didn't have to make that decision. That decision did not have to be made. But this is what I'm saying. Making the right decision, being in the right state of mind, it's important.